When you think of a muscle mommy, what comes to mind? Gymfluencers? Enormous thighs? The phrase, step on me? Muscle mommies are a particular brand of muscular, confident women who work out to get jacked and show off their gains, leaving their fans and followers with no choice but to refer to them as mommy. And I'm determined to join their ranks. I've always been strong and muscular, but for the next 90 days I'm focusing on becoming stronger and muscularer. I want you to have to use the word beef when describing me. I want to look like Markiplier, and that's all. I have 3 areas I want to focus on: quads, triceps, and back. I'd like to add muscle to each of these areas to get that triangle effect, when your muscle just juts out like a triangle. This isn't a weight loss video, and this doesn't come from me being unhappy with my body. I simply want to know what it means to go even further beyond. So I won't be weighing myself, and I'll be doing physique check-ins only once every 30 days. I have a couple of muscular goals in mind. 1, do 3 pull-ups. Currently, I'm using a pull-up bar in my door frame, and my best is 1.5 pull-ups. 2, do a hands-only climb on the pole. From a seated position on the ground with my legs straddled out, I want to reach up and pull myself up using only my arms for at least 3 climbs. My best right now is, 1, sort of. I won't be counting calories or macros, and I'm only focusing on adding protein, not taking anything away. I'm starting on February 2nd, 2023. Awkward, I know. I chose February because I thought I'd get a gym membership right away, and gyms might be slightly less crowded then, and then life got insane right at the start of the month, so I had to delay everything by a day. Right away, I hit a snag, and that snag was remembering to record my workouts. This pole workout on February 4th was something I needed to film for a video anyway, but then, suddenly, it was February 13th. I'm in trouble because I'm only 10 days into this muscle mommy project, and I already just have no motivation to exercise. I'm supposed to do pole conditioning. Here I am standing next to the pole, but my triceps are feeling so weird. It's not even ooh, my muscle's sore. It's I can't even lift my arms to move my hair without weird discomfort. So I kind of need to reassess. I'm supposed to add triceps and back to my pole conditioning today, but that is not going to happen. On Valentine's Day, determined to have content to show, I recorded part of my lower body workout, which included kettlebell swings and sumo squats. Normally, I do pole dancing 3 times a week and then HIIT or high intensity interval training twice a week. HIIT is super good for you, but it's not necessarily the key to gaining mass, so I'm replacing all of my HIIT workouts with strength ones. But I've been getting super sore, so I need more rest days. It's really hard to find a balance between strength and pull and rest, and that tricep pain I complained about earlier ruined my pull sessions for over a week because my triceps were just so overtaxed. So here on February 17th, I'm recording myself doing upper body and adding bicep curls and overhead presses in addition to the reverse flies I'm showing here, just to be more well-rounded and to keep my triceps from dying again. But I thought to myself, this is the middle of the month and this is only the 2nd strength workout I've recorded. I should give up on this project. On February 22nd, I recorded my 2 years of pole progress video, and that was exhausting since I pretty much had to bust out every single move I know. I was so tired after this, I added in an extra rest day. And also, if you noticed, there's a 5-day gap between this footage and the previous footage. I thought to myself, I should give up on this project. On February 24th, I decided not to give up on this project and recorded myself doing triangle push-ups, which are supposed to hit your triceps, and what I call lying parachuters, which get your upper back. But I felt like I was stalling out. My body was really hurting, and my mental health was in a low place, that place that says, "You're not going to do a workout today, you sad little lump." The trick to this project is not only do I have to do all these workouts, but I actually need evidence of them to show you, and I'm not filming anything. I don't even have a single clip of my food other than that protein shake on the first day. So I thought to myself, I should give up on this project. Did another lower body workout this morning that I forgot to record. And it was another one of those things where I got about halfway through and I was like, I don't feel like doing this. This is the 35th time I have both decided to give up on the project and filming the project. And I'm just like, well, I don't have any footage of me working out, and this is frustrating. On the last day of the month, I gave the hands-only pole climb another try, and that's going nowhere fast, just like it has been for the past, wow, really entire year that I've been working on it. Yikes. I had to decide how committed I was to this project. Am I doing this or giving up? It's almost a new month. I'm doing this. Here I am as a guest at Planet Fitness, using the leg extension machine and realizing my camera flash came on when I did not expect it to. And here's the update as of March 4th, after 30 days at this project. My body looks pretty much the same. I took 10 rest days in the first 30 days, most of which were due to that body and brain ganging up on me to say no. I can do 1.5 pull-ups. But I did actually manage to re-grab the pole in my hands-only climb while my legs decided to slam against it, but it still counts. I'm going to focus up for this middle 30 days. I'm going to actually commit to my workout schedule, actually get a gym membership, actually eat more protein, and actually film it. So for good measure, here's my shake with 2 scoops of vegan protein. I was tempted to crush some ibuprofen right into it, but I resisted because I'm healthy like that. I'm focusing. I'm doing weighted curtsy lunges and filming them. I don't want to quit. Okay, I'm doing cardio, but that's only because my body was in a lot of pain and I needed to do something a little different, sort of wanting to quit, filming my vegetarian bacon anyway. I had a victory with the hands-only climb. I actually, for real, re-grabbed the pole and held myself up, but that feeling of elation was short-lived. This is about the 1,000th time I've wanted to quit this project. Just because I'm having a very frustrating pole session and my body looks the same because I'm not exercising consistently because I'm constantly in pain and tired. And I guess I'm not eating enough protein and I'm not seeing like huge pole gains, and should I quit? I only committed about a month of my life so I could quit. Maybe I'll quit. But something happened that day. After angrily storming out of the pole room, I sat down to watch some YouTube and happened upon a video from Ethan from Crank Gameplays. In it, he's training for the upcoming Creator Clash boxing match, and Ethan, who has always been fit, looks yoked. And nothing fires me up more than seeing other people get absolutely jacked. From that moment on, I had another flash of inspiration. I signed up for a Planet Fitness membership for real. Clearly working out at home wasn't enough motivation to push me through. I also decided to give myself an additional 10 days for this project to bring me to 100. So instead of being almost at the halfway point, now I'm barely a third of the way in, and I am going to crush it. Trying the hip adduction machines at Planet Fitness, you know, the ones that face the wall because otherwise you'd be making intense eye contact with a stranger while opening and closing your legs? 2 days in a row at the gym, I'm doing planks with this weird little ab roller thing. These are hard as hell. Now, I'm not wearing a mask at the gym because at this point I'm double boosted, the gym is never crowded, and I've seen pretty much everybody else resume maskless life, but that does mean my body has been missing out on catching the common cold and flu for the past few years while I've been swaddled in my KN95. This will become relevant in a couple of seconds. Well, a week ago I came home from the gym being like, my throat hurts a little bit. Cut to now, day 7 of dealing with a nasty cold. So hopefully I will be able to exercise again soon. That's all. When I finally returned to exercising, at least at home on the pole, I felt extremely weak. Of course, right when I was on a roll, I'd get painfully sick for what feels like forever. First day back at Planet Fitness was today, still with a slight residual phlegm in my throat. Cute. It's so annoying to start over again, but I'm gonna try to commit to it. You might be wondering where the 60-day check-in is. By the time I realized I forgot to record one, it was long past that point. Sorry. I have to say, if I did not get this gym membership, this project would have died when I got sick because I would have just stopped filming my at-home workouts and called it all off. But having this third place to go to that feels purely productive and energetic really inspires me to keep going. Plus, I can track my progress on all these machines and see in real time how I'm improving. I like seeing the same people every time that I show up to exercise. I like knowing that we're all at the gym for the same reason, that we're all funny little meatbags converging in this purple room to lift heavy things and put them back down for a while. It makes me feel like I have a community. Despite all the consistent work I'm putting in at the gym, the hands-only climb on the pole remains pitiful. No, it's not pitiful. It's just a really hard thing, but because I'm making no progress, I don't want to train it, and because I don't train it, I'm making no progress. Sometimes, if I feel a little shy about recording myself at the gym, I just take a sweaty selfie instead. I think I've finally figured out the proper balance between gym workouts and pole sessions. I'm only doing pole every 4 days or so now, but honestly that's fine. Pole burnout is real, and I don't even feel like getting on it more frequently these days anyway. Let me tell you, I'm excited to finally finish this project so I can delete all these random clips from my phone. I'm not one of those people who think it's terribly narcissistic to record yourself at the gym, but do I really need a minute-long clip of me doing skull crushers shot with my selfie camera that's been blurred by sweat and hand gunk? Probably not. With 10 days left to go in this challenge, I decided to ask my Instagram followers what they thought of when they heard the term muscle mommy, maybe to sort of tease this upcoming video, and the responses were mixed. A couple people gave examples: the We Can Do It woman, aka Rosie the Riveter, or Effie from Fire Emblem Fates. Some said things like, can lift a Mack truck of a child if needed, or a mature woman who is serious about their health. One person said, mama cows. And then I got, ew, fetishism, and I just cringe. Well, this does not bode well for debuting my new hard-won title as Muscle Mommy. It doesn't seem like people are big fans of that name, or even really recognize it as a specific thing, or they think it's ew. Oops. Well, I'm in the home stretch now, so try to stop me from muscling and mommying about it. Once again, I have caught a little cold from running around without my mask, so I may just be finishing this challenge exactly how I started it, by working out at home. Classic. Still feeling a little scratchy-throated, so I'm doing push-ups here at home, and this clip is serving to humble me. I really thought my push-up form was better. The hands-only climb is not going to be ready in the next 3 days, I just know it. Something about it feeling harder every time sort of tells me that. And so, we have reached my final leg day at Planet Fitness for this challenge. Let's see how much weight I've been able to add on to my regular exercises since I first signed up for a membership 2 months ago. The seated leg press started at 120 pounds. I can now do 185, although it is heavy. The seated leg extension started at 80 pounds, and now I can confidently do 110. The calf extension machine went from 55 to 105 pounds. The hip abduction machine, pushing out, started at 105 and is now 160. Its sister machine, hip adduction, squeezing in, started at 95 pounds and has now caught up with its sibling at 160. And this standing glute kickback machine was 70 per leg and is now 70 per leg. Okay, that was my bad for not tracking it properly. And number stuff can be a little geeky, but I'm actually impressed with myself for racking up the weight week after week. I can't wait to reach my max and then figure out how to push past it. My final Planet Fitness workout, and heck, my last workout of this entire challenge is an upper body day. It's more difficult to film myself on these machines, so I don't quite have footage of everything, but here I am doing preacher curls, which I only just tried like last week at pretty much the same weight. Here I am using my thighs as built-in dumbbell holders, but these are 20-pound dumbbells. I started with the 15-pound ones. And I finally got footage of myself using the assisted pull-up machine. I have it set to minus 30 pounds, which means it's taking 30 pounds of my weight as I try to pull myself up. Okay, so the pull-ups didn't exactly pop today, but I can pretty easily do 4 close grip chin-ups in a row at this level. I guess all that's left is the big reveal tomorrow. So it's been 100 days, and my body looks pretty much the same to me, except I got a tan and learned how to flex to make my lats stand out a little bit more. Judging from some of my earlier rants, you might expect me to be disappointed, but I'm not, because this tells me 2 things. 1, it was never about how my body looks, and 2, that means I was a muscle mommy all along. Look, I can still pretty much only do 1.5 pull-ups, but they're a work in progress. And I may be getting even worse at the hands-only climb, but that's on me. I sort of shifted my focus to other pull things in the meantime. So did I hit my appearance or functional goals? Nah. Did my muscle mommy inspiration come from 2 male YouTube gamers? Yep. Will I stop lifting weights after this? Absolutely beefin' not. Now that I know the joy of a sweat sesh at Planet Fitness, you can find me there when I'm not on the pole, throwing more weight on the machines and building my bulk. I may be concluding the 100 days of filming myself for this project, but the muscle mommy lifestyle is forever. I have learned, most importantly, that it's not about how big you are or how much you can lift. If you think you're a muscle mommy and you work on getting stronger, then you are exactly what you want to be. The subscribe button appears on the right. A suggested video and playlist appear on the left.